Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to... I'm not exactly here to review episode 2 of Cheer Danshi. Really who will be doing the majority of this review is Madison the Emoto!
Hi, win!
But before she reviews, I do want to say a couple... That wasn't planned.
That hurt.
That wasn't... We didn't plan this.
I didn't appreciate that.
No, that's not size.
It's okay.
But before Madison the Emoto reviews the majority of this episode, I just want to say a couple of things. I am sold after this episode. Screw the 3-episode test. I am sold. I love the characters. It is so funny, and I'm really liking the path that Cheer Danshi is going. So I will definitely be sticking with Cheer Danshi. Madison the Emoto.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Stop! I am Madison the Emoto, and I'm here to review Cheer Danshi. Is that how you pronounce it? Okay, cool. Yeah. So we're on episode 2, and we meet the lovable big guy, Tono. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But Wataru calls him Tone for short, which is kind of insulting because it's like ton. So that's a little. I caught that. That wasn't very nice, but I don't think that's what he meant. So yeah, we meet him at the cafe where we also first meet Jen, but we don't know who he really is yet, but he was surrounded by girls. And now they have another member for their thing. So, you know, Tono's a part of their group, and you know, you could tell like Haru is still kind of on, like he's obviously on board for his friend Kazu, but like he's still on like, this is super embarrassing, I can't believe I have to do toe touches and handstands in front of the whole school, but he's like still doing it. Me and Sol throughout the whole thing, we just kept saying how straight Haru is, because he's all like, I mean I'll do it, but it's still, like I'm not gay guys, don't worry, I'm not gay, okay? Which is like, it was really funny. I thought it was hilarious. Oh, by the way, the only reason why I'm reviewing this episode is because I used to be a cheerleader back in the good old days. So yeah, and you know, I was actually really happy because the moves they were describing and like the positions on the cheer squad that they were talking about were actually very accurate. Like those are what they're called, and that's what people do. I was a spotter back in the day, so yeah. I was glad that they got the accuracy of the sport down. Wataru he's such a strange person. Like, I already knew he was strange back in episode 1 because, you know, he was just there. But then he's hilarious though. He's so funny. Like, over in, the beginning of the episode, we just heard noises, and then he's all like, I can't take it anymore, and his face is all flushed, and you could tell, like, they weren't doing anything, but it sounded like they were doing stuff, so I was like, yowie vibes? But, you know, then they were like, stop making those weird noises, you sound, you know, so it was funny. We also meet this guy, Ichiro. We first saw him he freaked out in the middle of the class. He's like, what the frick? And then everyone's like, what's wrong? And he's like, there's a bug. And it was a ladybug. So, I mean, that was strange. But then we see him and Jen later over at the end of their tennis thing, their tennis club practice. And they were like talking to girls and impressing them because they got some serious backflips that it was awesome. And you know, Kazu being the forward person that he is, he's like, hey guys, and then you saw them in the next scene at like the restaurant. Yeah, it was a restaurant, and you could tell that you know, Wataru had a lot to drink. He's pretty out there. So did their weird friend in the floral shorts. That guy was odd. But Wataru was hilarious. They were all like Wataru, he was all just like, yeah, you're wasted. He's like, I'm not wasting anything. That was like my favorite line of like the whole show today. So yeah, that happened. And during that scene, they like were convincing them to try to join the cheerleading squad because, you know, they need more members and they were awesome. And the way they introduced themselves was weird, like, yeah, we're super sexy first years, so I mean, you know, and I was just like, oh, okay. And then it's like, yeah, we're also really popular and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's an odd introduction, but all right. But I got kind of nervous because the dude in the floral shorts, who was also drunk out of his mind, he was all like, oh, what's this? You guys want to wear skirts now and do flips? Who are you, a bunch of perverts? And I got scared because I'm like, oh no, are they gonna not want to be judged by people and they're not gonna join? But then, you know, Haru busted in there like, which also is super confusing because it was, to my understanding, he quit judo because of his shoulder injury. However, he's busy doing handstands and tackling people so well that it's hard to believe he should have quit judo. So it's like, all right, I guess it comes and it goes, the pain. I don't know how it works. So, and then, you know, the next day they were like, you know, practicing because they wanted to showcase, like, try to drum up new members by showing themselves at the school festival. It wasn't really like a festival. It was, I guess, there were, I don't know, a lot of students were there with some sort of college event or whatever.
No, it was no event. They were just like practicing out in the open.
Christ.
I'm sorry.
I thought they said there was a festival.
Well, yeah, a festival's coming up, but that wasn't their debut.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that, and you scared me.
I'm sorry.
And then, you know, first of all, applaud to Wataru for getting Tono up on his shoulders and lifting him. I don't know why they made him do that. I don't know, but, you know, that was impressive in my opinion. And then near the end of the thing, 'cause they were like, go, fight, win. And they were like, you know, clapping and stuff. And then, you know, people were at first staring at them and like, oh, this street performers, which I thought was funny because it's like, you go to school with these guys, but they don't remember them apparently. So then the two popular dudes, Jen and Ichido, they just bust in there like, and they like did their flip thingies and everyone was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And then they're like, yeah, we're the cheer boys. And it was awesome. It was really cool. And you know, everyone was happy and then they were in their little powwow circle on the courtyard talking about cheerleading and stuff. And then there were some girls and they just randomly stood up and started, like the boys started doing flips. So then Haru's like, did you only join to get to girls? And then they're like, they didn't answer, like, so you can tell that they're doing that for that. And last, it was cool because he wants to get better at this and try not to be so shy, Haru. So early in the morning he was practicing and then he finally got it right. He's like, hi V. And then this girl was walking by like, and he's like, hi. And she's like, sorry, I'm gonna be leaving now. He's like, no. It was funny. So yeah, that was all for this episode, and I'm sold too. I'm definitely going to be watching the rest of the series, so yeah.
Thank you very much, Madison the Emoto. She'll most likely be taking over quite a bit of these episode reviews. Oh, would you like that? Yeah. I hope you would like that too. All you viewers out there.
Yeah.
But catch me later as I review Servamp. I'm your female otaku, sayonara. Peace.